Are you truly present with the people you're spending time with, or are you just there physically? I know this can be a bit of a gut check question, but it's one you need to ask yourself. Are you actually with someone fully, or are you just there in physical space? I'm Sanj and welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps you navigate life challenges by helping you to master your mindset so you can master your life. If you get something from this episode, share it with someone who you think would benefit. And I would also really appreciate it if you could leave me a rating or a review. So today I'm talking about something into a topic that impacts every single one of us, and that's our relationships. I'm not talking about a specific type of relationship. I'm talking about any relationship you have, whether with your parents, siblings, your spouse, your kids, your colleagues, your friends. This is actually going to help you with all of those. So Jim Rohn said that one of the greatest gifts you can give to someone is the gift of your attention. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, because we often think being around someone counts as spending time together, but there is a huge difference between spending time with someone and spending energy and attention. So whether you're out and about or just sitting down, try and get something from this episode. Take something away which you will implement and start using immediately to see how it impacts your relationships. So let's start with something we're all guilty of. You've had a long day, you come home and you're sitting on the couch next to your partner, your kids, or a friend or someone, and you're just scrolling through the phone. Maybe Netflix is on in the background, maybe just some random TV show just to zone out. And in your mind, you're thinking, we're spending time together. You're thinking, yeah, we're actually we're doing something together. But here's the truth. Being physically present with someone is not the same as being emotionally present. On average, people spend 2 to 4 hours a day with their family or loved one, but most of that time is actually spent multitasking. So whether it's watching TV, whether you're checking your phone, whether you're mentally zoning out, that time isn't always productive or meaningful. So just because you're in the same room as someone, it doesn't mean that you're building a connection. In fact, if you've got no attention, the lack of attention can actually weaken relationships over time, because you're in this mindset where you think that proximity is enough, but in reality, it's about the quality of time. Imagine you're sitting across from someone at dinner while both of you are on your phones. I'm sure you've seen this in restaurants. I know I have. You see couples or families out for a meal and every single person is on their own device. Sure, they're physically together, but emotionally, they're worlds apart. So you need to stop thinking that just because you're physically there, you're actually spending time with someone. You need to get out of that mindset and you need to start thinking, am I spending time the way I want to be spending time? Am I doing things that is actually going to improve my relationship? The truth is that the time is not the same as energy, and we mistake spending time with someone for spending energy on them. How many times have you been with, say, your partner and you spent an evening together, but they're like, no, I feel we need to spend more time together? You often mistake time as the only currency in a relationship because you think if you're around someone for an hour, that should be good enough, right? That's wrong. You need to get that out of your head. Shift your mindset. Time by itself means nothing if you're not bringing energy and affection into the equation. Think of it this way. How many times have you been on a family gathering or a date and just, even though you spent hours with someone, you just felt disconnected or unfulfilled? Yeah, that's because you weren't investing your energy and attention into that moment. It's because all you were giving them was time. And over 80% of people admit that they multitask while spending time with loved ones. How many times have you done that? How many times do you sit there checking your phone, checking your emails, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, watching TV, doing something, And even when you don't have your phone or a screen, how much time do you spend thinking about other things? You're rarely 100% present. And when you're half present, the person you're with can feel that, even if it's just a subtle change. And the people who feel it the most are kids. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who's always looking over your shoulder, seeing who's that person behind you. Sure, they're there with you, but their attention isn't truly there. So that's why you need to stop mistaking spending time with someone for spending energy or attention on them. If your energy isn't there, neither is your connection. But if you want to actually make up your quality time, I like to say you need to spend tea with someone. You need to have tea with someone. And so there are three components of it. TEA, it's an acronym. T is for time, because at the end of the day, if you haven't got time, you're not going to be able to spend anything with them. So you can't do the other two. This is like a triangle. If you want to improve your relationships, you need to do all three. Time, this is a basic foundation, of course, because you can't build a connection if you're not physically spending time with someone. But as I've already said, just time alone by itself, it's not enough. It's not going to change your relationship. It's not going to make you build that deep and meaningful connection that you've been looking for. The next one is energy, and this is where the real magic starts to happen, because you need to bring your energy into the moment. You're not just there, you're engaged. Your energy comes through the way you listen, the way you respond, and how you participate in the conversation. You've all been in that situation where you've gone up and you met someone for the first time, and instantly they've got no energy. They're not looking at you, they're kind of feeling down, and you walk away from that conversation just feeling like you got nothing out of it. You feel drained, you feel tired. So when you're coming into a conversation, when you're coming in to build up a relationship, you need to make sure you've got that energy, that you're turning up with high energy, positive, smiling, looking someone in the face, trying to build that connection. And so if you do that, you will start to notice that every single interaction that you have changes. You walk into a room with a smile on your face, people are going to notice you more than if you walk in looking depressed. You walk up to people, smile, look at them, and you shake their hands firmly, you give them a nice hug, whatever, however you greet them. You do it with joy, with genuine joy, with energy, and they will actually respond better to you. You will actually build connection, and they'll think, you know what, I actually want to spend more time with this person. They left me feeling energized. They left me feeling happy. They left me feeling positive. And the final one, and this is a big one, attention. It's the full 100% undivided focus that you must give to the person that you're with. No distractions. No phone, no Netflix, no half-hearted listening while you're checking your emails. Just give them pure, undiluted attention with your kids, with your spouse, with your friends, with your parents, siblings, whoever. When you give them that attention, people will feel the difference. They will feel the difference between when they have your attention and when they don't. And that's how you're going to start to change things, because when people start to feel that attention, that you're really listening to them, that you actually 100% with them, and you've got that positive energy, and you've got the time to spend with them, that's when your relationships are going to change. Just think about the last time you really felt that you connected with someone. I bet it wasn't because of the amount of time you spent with them, because the time is actually, you can have a small amount of time and still improve your relationships. It's the energy and attention which are the big factors here. The reason when you actually connect to someone, it wasn't about how long you spent with them. It's because they made you feel seen, they made you feel heard, and they made you feel important by focusing their energy and attention on you. That is a power of attention. That is a power of energy. And that's why it is so critical as if you want to build a relationship and start to have quality time with someone. As always, this podcast is about giving you actionable tips which you can implement this moment and start actually changing your life. My whole ethos is maximum impact, minimum time. So the first thing you can do if you want to improve the quality of time that you're spending with the people you care about, create phone-free zones or time. This is the biggest distraction, your phone. So the simplest way to give someone your full attention is to remove the distractions. Create phone-free zones in your house, like the dinner table, or set times where phones and other devices are just off and just out of the way. Even if it's just 30 minutes to an hour of uninterrupted time, you'll see a huge difference in the quality of your interactions. It's simple, this first one. The next one is to practice active listening. When you're with someone, be fully there. Stop sitting there thinking about what you got to do tomorrow, what happened during your day. Practice active listening by making eye contact, by nodding, by responding thoughtfully. When you do that, it shows that the other person, that you're actually there, that you're listening, that you're actually taking on board what they're saying. And it can actually build greater relationship satisfaction, whether that be with your kids, with your spouse, with friends, whoever. The next thing is schedule intentional time. So sometimes you need to be proactive because, let's be honest, life is busy. So start actually scheduling time in with the people you care about most. Whether it's like weekly coffee meetings, or whether it's a family game night, or having dedicated time to help you build stronger bonds. Me, myself, I use the time when I'm commuting to actually call people. Rather than just having a conversation via text, I try and call people to build relationships. The final thing, this one's a game changer because it gets everyone opening up, and that's ask deeper questions. So rather than just sticking to the surface level chit chat, ask more meaningful questions. Skip the how was your day, and ask for something, or ask something like, was something that made you feel happy today? Why did it make you feel happy? What was something that made you feel sad, or what challenged you today? And when you start doing that, this kind of conversation, it invites more emotional connection, and it actually gives your time together just more depth. So if you focus on these 4 things, phone-free time, active listening, intentional time, and deeper questions, you'll start to see a big improvement in the quality of your relationships. Remember, it's not about how much time you spend with someone, it's about how you're showing up in that time. So are you investing your time, your energy, and attention into the people who matter most? Because here's the thing, just showing up is not enough. If you want to truly build stronger relationships, it's more than just giving your time. It's about being present. It's about being engaged and attentive. And when you start to shift your mindset from just being around to being fully present, you're going to notice incredible changes in how connected and how fulfilled you feel in your relationship. So my challenge to you this week is just to take one of the tips that I've shared today and put it into action. Let me know. Drop me a message here. Drop me a message on Instagram or Facebook. Let me know, what one are you going to be put into practice? Whether it's creating a phone-free zone, scheduling intentional time, active listening, or commit to improve the quality of time you spend with people. What do you think would happen to your relationships if you started doing that and you started valuing attention over time? So that's it for today's episode, and I hope you got some valuable takeaways. If you did, please share this episode with someone who could use it, who needs some help in improving their relationships. And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-shifting episodes. So until next time, show up, stay present, and thrive. Thanks for listening. So if you enjoy this, don't forget to leave a review. It really helps my podcast grow, and I'll really appreciate it. And you can also follow me on social media at just.live.coaching for more mindset tips and tricks on Instagram. So take care of yourself, and remember, you have the power to master your mindset. And when you do, you'll master your life. See you next time. Thank you.